thank my parents because he said my parents are the ones who raised me up and gave me an education. So he's still thinking.
Là, nous t'avons fait travail ça. Nous pas te mettre dans la tête, nous t'avons fait un travail comme ça. C'est un barrage nous devons faire avec piquet bois camp pêche, cambron et puis plein sac terre pour nous te barrer. Ça était capable barrage qui était capable de durer environ 6 mois à 1 an, 2 ans comme ça. Jodia, grâce à Diaspora, grâce à journalistes, grâce à médias, nous permettent nous un travail qui pourra durer plus petit que 120 ans, 150 ans pour toute génération qui va venir après eux.
So they had a first initial project, and this project initially, it would have given water source for about 6 months. But now, because of the help of the diaspora, and a really huge shout out to the Haitian diaspora, without them, these projects would not have been done.
I want to ask him a question.
Oh,
What?
let me
Oh,
finish
yeah.
it. He said, but now with this canal, it's going to last at least 120, 150 years because of the diaspora. So a project that was supposed to last only 6 months, and get water for 6 months, now over 100 years.
Wow. I just want to know his thought process. There was a complete drought, and then how did it go from you being a regular man with 2 feet to being able to create this chain of reactions?
So il voulait bien comprendre le processus ou même pendant qu'on réfléchit. Parce que, ou te ouais, toute zone ça, il pas te gain de l'eau. C'est qui ça en dedans qui te fait ou sentir que ou besoin de prendre action? C'est qui ça ou t'as pensé? C'est qui pense l'idée qui fait ou vient faire gros travail ça? Aidez-nous comprendre. Je dois parler avec monsieur.
Moi-même c'est un paysan né, petit agriculteur.
I am a child of the land. I am a farmer myself, born into the farming industry.
Ça veut dire que moun ici a même, depuis un citoyen, pour gagner un citoyen, ce n'est pas simplement dans l'âge, mais il faut qu'on travaille au profit du développement communautaire que tu vas vivre là.
Yeah, a citizen, you don't become a citizen through like age or other things like that. You become a citizen through what you're able to offer your community, what you're able to offer the people around you. Et puis là, parler ou parler avec lui. M'a seulement dit mais
Moi, j'ai besoin d'un citoyen qui est grand, mais qui n'est pas populaire. Depuis que grand, pas capable populaire. J'ai besoin que dans la transparence, nous, dans le comité, n'importe l'autre activité qui mérite faite dans la zone, dans la commune, depuis nous camper derrière, il doit faire parce que Diaspora doit faire nous confiance à transparence.
I want to be a leader, a citizen that is, I don't necessarily, I'm not looking for popularity. I want to be a great citizen. And so, yeah, popularity could come, but that's not what I'm searching for. I want to be able to support and invest in my community, is essentially what I'm saying.
L'MT petit, moun te kon sorti dans toute l'autre zone, les mois décembre, pour te venir dormir n'importe côté au joindre pour venir couper, récolter, planter ici dans l'autre zone, oui. Et nous avons plus de 30 ans, ça n'a pas existé encore. Ça fait que nous avons un pile de jeunes, un pile de monde à grand goût, un pile de monde à aller dans le et travail. Pour raison ça, nous avons pris l'initiative ça.
So, he said that when he was younger, the tradition was, throughout all of Haiti, people would come to this area and they would sleep, find wherever, even if it's under a tree, find any place to sleep, because this was the area where you were able to get agricultural products, and it produced so much food for the country. But it's been 30 years since he's seen that tradition alive. His vision is to see that tradition be revived. See this area, Malfetti, become basically a center of food for the entire nation. That's his vision. Okay, là, parler, bon, un petit temps pour me songer ça.
Ok, je ne vais pas parler long.
Yeah, pas parler long.
Et
Did you have a question?
No.
oui, qu'on y a, nous obligés de sensibiliser les gens, sensibiliser les élèves lycée, mais c'est parce que nous avons l'État qui est responsable. Et
So now it's my responsibility to mobilize the youth, mobilize the children even in school, the young people in school, because we don't have a government that is able to do what they're supposed to do, like agriculturally speaking.
Sinon, nous avons l'État qui a fait l'agriculture. J'ai plus de 10 ans, depuis chaque fois, je vais aller dans le bureau départemental agriculture nord-est. Al dit, si nous faisons un barrage là, la permet plus de 7000 hectares de terre arrosés. Je ne vais pas jamais coûter.
Yeah, ça fait 7 ans?
Plus que 10 ans.
Plus que 10 ans. Et puis, un barrage is a dam?
Non.
Barrage?
Barrage is a dam?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
It is meant to block or whatever.
So it's a dam.
Yeah,
Okay.
dam.
So he said for 10 years he's been going knocking on the door of the government, the Department of the Ministry of Agriculture for the Northeast, and he's been asking them, please build a dam in this area. There is 7,000 hectares of land that can really benefit from. There's a huge water source right over here. They've done nothing. So he's like, I'm gonna do it myself.
Comme nous, c'est Diaspora qui veut développement réel pour le pays, nous chita avec mon zone et puis nous lancer ouverture, création pour nous faire travail ça.
So we have seen that the diaspora are the ones who really want change in the country. So I sat down with leaders in my community and I said, okay.
Nous avons l'idée, nous avons détermination, mais l'énergie a sorti à travers Wanamet.
We had determination, we had the vision, we wanted to start this movement, but the true change started in Wanamet, where we're gonna go next. That's like the birth of this agricultural revolution in Haiti.
Le comité ici là était très prudent parce que nous pas voulu pour Moun te dire parce que Wanamet Diaspora porter l'argent ba yo, nous venons faire un bagay tout pour porter l'argent ba nous.
So we had to be very careful, our committee. We didn't want the world to say, oh, there was so much money in Wanamet, they poured so much money in this, and so now Malfiti, they just want to make money, that's why they're starting their own canal. We didn't want the world to think that this was a money thing at all.
Pour raison ça, toute première semaine, deuxième, troisième semaine de travail, nous pas jamais demandé même. Nous avons travaillé jusqu'à ce que nous ce travail là commandé pour tête lui.
So that's the reason why, for the first, second, third week, we said nothing at all. We just dug. We just kept on digging and digging because we didn't want them to think that this was about money. We wanted to prove that this is about change. And then finally, people started to look and see what we were doing. They saw how far these youth were digging, and it just caught on. And now they've got a canal.
Parce que Diaspora ici a tellement le pays a développé depuis yo ouais wa font bagay qui réel, yo intégré yo là-dedans.
He's like, let me tell you, the Haitian diaspora, they so desperately want to see the country change and advance, so much so that if they see you're doing a real thing, they will invest and they will put their money where their mouths are, and that's what they're doing here.
Tout ça nous côté nous camper là, c'est pas de l'argent qui passe là déjà grâce à Diaspora.
What you're seeing here, what you're standing on right here, it was actually really expensive. He's like, there's so much money that we've spent already in this canal. It is because of the Haitian diaspora.
Il y a un premier béton qui fait. Avant premier béton, on a gagné 27 camions et 16 mètres cubes remblais qui là-dedans.
Yeah. So we've got like 27
camions,
27 trucks of fill, like landfill, like here, and then we have so many other materials that you can even see the iron. There are combien de tonnes fait nous gain?
Là pour 25 tonnes fait déjà.
25 tons of iron is all around us and underneath this
Fait à
structure.
demi.
Yeah.
Et
So
qu'on a nous besoin 7 tonnes là pour nous capable finaliser bout ça en l'air.
So now we need another 7 tons for us to finish the entire head of the canal.
Mais nous avons des gens qui a aidé nous dans la question ça.
But we already have someone that has promised to help us with the 7 tons left.
Il y a un diaspora qui dit nous acheter crédit, la payer pour nous dans la question faire.
There's a diaspora that said, buy it in credit and I'm going to help you
Et
purchase it.
nous avons marqué 11 pour 25 là, c'est Diaspora qui fait nos cadeaux. Tout bagay en nous dépend de Diaspora.
Everything that we have, it depends on the diaspora. Like they've been supporting this revolution. It's powerful.
C'est ça qui fait nous reconnaître ça Diaspora vaut pour pays parce que presque tout bagay en Haïti. Même question taux de dollar, c'est grâce à Diaspora qu'a voyé comme qui fait good là toujours exister toujours parce que nous pas de production, c'est grâce à Diaspora.
Even the remittances that we see, it's the Haitian diaspora that's sending money every year to our country, and they help to stabilize the Haitian dollar. Like, so he says that I recognize the value that the Haitian diaspora has to our country, which
N'est qu'à bouquer gen leader, n'est qu'à bouquer c'est initiateur mouvement. Si m'pas gen un groupe moun dans comité qui te travaille ensemble avec nous, qui comprend le travail là, qui comprend le résultat du travail là, m'pas t'a ka faire rien.
I would have been discouraged. I would have stopped with this work if it weren't for people like that were coming alongside.
Pour raison ça n'a dit merci à tout membre comité Merci tout le monde qui habite ce travail dans le canal là. Merci tout monsieur Bedan yo.
For this reason, specifically, he's shouting out the committee. Thank you to the committee. Thank you to everybody who has been working here. Thank you to everybody that has been engaging here, Haitians in Haiti, with this work.
Gen plaisir quartier dans zone là, mais Bedan c'est lui numéro 1 dans fouiller travail yo. Bedan dans cette zone là même.
Oh, c'est une zone? Okay.
Malfaiteur dans Bedan.
I was like, what's Bedon?
Yeah.
He's like,
Bedon.
there are several communities around that have come to my community, Malfiti. And he's like, a big shout out to Bedon. That's a community it's a neighboring community. They've left their community to come here and help us. Like, take a look at all of these workers, volunteer workers. You could take a look at all these workers. Usually there are significantly more workers that
Wait, what do you mean volunteer? Like nobody, they're doing it for free?
Yeah. So ça me tape dit que vraiment nous pas payer moun yo en pile moun
Stay in one spot, right?
en pile moun vini y a travail et puis y a fait ça avec eux.
Yo connaît travail pour développement la caille, pour développement pays yo.
They know that they are working for the development of their country, the development of their community. That's why they're volunteering.
Parce que là au grand bout c'est n'a pas aller pour travail. Yo si ça fait là, yo pas aller là encore.
Yo aller qui côté?
République dominicaine yo qu'on aller travail.
They know that when they're hungry, that when they need to eat, a lot of them have to go to the Dominican Republic to work on the fields over there. But if we have this here, they're not going to have to go outside of our country in order to feed themselves. And so they're working here today so that in the future they don't have to leave.
Les Haïtiens à la République dominicaine, c'est dans l'agriculture au travail, dans premier, deuxième c'est maçon.
And when the Haitians go to the Dominican Republic, the first thing that they work, the majority of Haitians that are in the DR, they're working within agriculture and then masonry. But like agriculture is where our strength is. That's where our people work. So why not work in agriculture in Haiti?
Yo dit si ça réalisé là, yo va aller République dominicaine encore.
say-
Elle prend humiliation. Yo va pas prendre humiliation encore.
They said, if this is done here, if we can do this, we don't have to go into the DR and just receive a whole bunch of humiliation. We can stay here in our country, work our land. That's why it's a big deal. These volunteers, they're volunteering, but at the end of the day, they're working for themselves.
Yeah. So the volunteers are essentially a product of mistreatment. Like you have to be really mistreated to the point where you're like, I can just do this in my own country and eventually get payment.
Ici, tellement Dominicain yo traité nous mal, moun yo vle rete dans pays yo. C'est pour ça que nous avons un canal parce que yo ouais gens yo traité yo dans pays voisin nous. So il dit c'est presque tant que gens yo traité nous, bon nous force pour nous travailler.
Ça motive.
It's a motivation.
Réaction dominicaine avec haïtien motive nous travailler en plus.
The reaction of the Dominican Republic, the Dominicans towards Haitians, it motivates us to build our own stuff.
Depuis gen jardin gen manger, pas gen intérêt pour aller l'autre bord encore.
If we have gardens, if we have food, if we have land, there is no need for us to leave our country. We can work our own land.
Pour raison ça, on a dit toute diaspora qui contribue.
For that reason,
Merci. Quel que soit canal ou contribuer là-dedans en Haïti, il va obliger canal ça.
for that reason, I'm saying every diaspora that has invested in this work. It doesn't matter if it's this canal or the other canal, or because there are like 5 canals across Haiti that have been birthed. Thank you for investing in all of the canals.
Canal Wanamet, canal Torbec, canal Fariné, canal dezyèm dans la Tibonite. Et nous demander, nous profiter de l'occasion pour nous dire, tout côté gen rivière, Haïtien réveille nous pour nous faire canal.
All of these canals